Good day, everyone. My name is Rose Jean C. Pinili, together with my partner Jillian Munyon. Today, we will going to report about drilling and reaming. What is drilling? Drilling is a metal cutting process carried out by a rotating cutting tool to make circular holes in solid materials. Tools which makes hole is called as drill bit or twist drill. So the first picture is inana ang pagdrilling or inana ang iyahong cutting process. And then the second picture is ang tool na imong gamiton sa pagdrill, ang tool na imong gamiton sa pagdrilling. Muna siya ang drill bit or ang twist drill. Types of drilling machine. Drilling machines are classified on the basis of their constructional features, on the type of work they can handle. The various types of drilling machines are portable drilling machine, sensitive drilling machine, upright drilling machine, radial drilling machine, gang drilling machine, multiple spindle drilling machine. Portable drilling machine are used to drill small holes and are commonly used in the entire workshop. This type of drill machine is operated by holding in a hand and workpiece where the hole is to be drilled and held in a vise. Sensitive drilling machine. It is a small machine used for drilling small holes in light jobs. In this drilling machine, the workpiece is mounted on the table and drill is fed into the work by purely hand control. High rotating speed of the drill and hand feed are the major features of sensitive drilling machine. Upright drilling machine. The upright drilling machine is larger and heavier than a sensitive drilling machine. It is designed for handling medium-sized workpieces and is supplied with power-fed arrangement. In this machine, a large number of spindle speeds and feds may be available for drilling different types of work. Radial drilling machine. The radial drilling machine is an industrial product and especially designed and manufactured for large and heavy work items. A quality radial drilling machine is basically designed to perform the drilling action on any specified place and position without moving the large and heavy work item. The column of this drilling machine with the help of arm facilitates the work item by adjusting its position in upwards and downward directions. The most amazing feature of this machine is its flexibility, which has aced out the drilling operations in the industry or large and heavy work items. Gang drilling machine. A gang drilling machine consists of several individual columns, drilling heads, and spindles mounted on a single base and utilizing a common table. Various numbers of spindles may be used, but 4 or 6 are common. These machines are designed for machining parts requiring several hole machining operations, such as drilling, countersinking, counterboring, or tapping. Multiple spindle drilling machine. Generally used for drilling number of holes simultaneous together. They are used in mechanical industry in order to increase the productivity of machining system to reduce the operation time. So, I will insert a very short video about types of drilling machine.
Types of drilling machines. The different types of drilling machines are portable drilling machines, second sensitive drilling machine, in which bench mounting sensitive drilling machines and floor mounting sensitive drilling machines. Third type is upright drilling machines. There are two subtypes, round column section upright drilling machine and box column section upright drilling machine. Radial drilling machines having three types, plain radial drilling machines, semi-universal radial drilling machine, universal radial drilling machine. Fifth type is gang drilling machine. Sixth type is multiple spindle drilling machine. Seventh type is automatic drilling machine. Eighth type is vertical deep hole drilling machine and horizontal deep hole drilling machine. Portable drilling machine. The portable drilling machine can be operated with ease anywhere in the workshop and is used for drilling holes in workpieces in any position which cannot be drilled in any standard drilling machine. These machines can be driven by AC or DC, or sometimes some portable machines are driven by pneumatic power. Sensitive drilling machine. Sensitive drilling machine is a small machine designed for drilling small holes at high speed in light jobs. Upright drilling machine. Upright drilling machine is designed for handling medium-sized workpieces. In construction, the machines is very similar to sensitive drilling machine for having a vertical column mounted upon the base. There are two types of upright drilling machine, round column section or pillar drilling machines, in which the column is round section and the table is having round sections. The arm and the table have three adjustments for locating workpieces under the spindle. The arm and the table may be moved up and down on the column for accommodating workpieces of different heights. The table and the arm may be moved in an arc up to 180 degree around the column and may be clamped at any position. The next is radial drilling machine. Radial drilling machine is intended for drilling medium to large and heavy workpieces. There are three types of the radial drilling machines. First is plain radial drilling machine, in which the radial arm rotates about this column, as well as it is having up and down movement for adjusting the height of the job, and the head of these machines moves to and fro horizontally about the radial arm. So these three movements are provided in plain drilling machines. Second type is semi-universal radial drilling machine, in which it is having these three movements, as well as the head can be rotated perpendicular to the arm in x-axis for angular work. In universal drilling machines, along with these four movements, the radial arm can be swung in horizontal axis so that the angular drilling can be produced accurately and precisely. The next type is gang drilling machine, in which single spindle machines are arranged to work on the same work table. Next is multiple spindle drilling machine, having multiple spindle for producing number of holes simultaneously on the workpiece to increase the rate of production. The next type of drilling machine is automatic drilling machines, in which number of operations are performed automatically and job is transferred to the next machine for next operations, and after all the operations finished, job will be transferred to the finished section. The next type of drilling machine is deep hole drilling machine, which may be vertical or which may be horizontal deep hole drilling machines. Special machines and drills are required for drilling deep holes in rifle barrels, crankshafts, long shaft, etc. For this purpose, deep hole drilling machines are used.
So, let's proceed to operations performed on drilling machine. A drill machine is a versatile machine tool. A number of operations can be performed on it. Some of the operations can be performed on drilling machines are drilling operation, reaming operation, boring operation, counter-boring operation, counter-sinking operation, spot-facing operation, tapping operation, lapping operation, grinding operation, and the last one is tri-panning operation. Drilling operation. Operation of making a circular hole by removing a volume of metal from the job by a rotating cutting tool called drill. Reaming operation. It is a precise method for estimating and completing an opening which has been recently bored. The tool's uses for reaming is known as the reamer, which has multiple cutting edges. It can't originate a hole. Boring operation. The purpose of boring is to enlarge a hole by means of adjustable cutting tool with only one cutting edge and to correct out of roundness of the hole. Counter-boring operation. The operation of enlarging the end of the hole cylindrically. The enlarged hole forms a square shoulder with the original hole. This is necessary in some cases to accommodate the heads of bolts, studs, and pins. Countersinking operation. Countersinking is the operation of making a cone shape enlargement of the end of a hole to provide a recess for a flathead screw or countershank rivet fitted into the hole. Spot-facing operation. The operation of smoothing and quarrying the surface around the hole for the seat for a nut or the head of a screw. A counterbore or a special spot-facing tool may be employed for this purpose. Tapping operation. The operation of cutting internal threads by means of cutting tool called a tap. Tapping is a drilling machine, may be performed by hand or by machine. Lapping operation. The operation of sizing and finishing a small diameter hole already hardened by removing a very small amount of material by using a lap. There are many kinds of lapping tools. Grinding operation. Grinding operation may be performed in a drilling machine to finish a hardened hole. The grinding wheel is made to revolve with the spindle and is fed up and down. Tri-panning operation. The operation of producing a hole by removing metal along the circumference of a hollow cutting tool. So, these are the drilling operation. So, as you can see in the picture, giinani siya pag-drill, then boring, reaming, tapping, spot-facing, countersinking, counter-boring, and then tri-pinning operation. So, I will insert a very short video about drilling operation.
Today's session we'll learn about drilling machine operations like drilling, reaming, boring, countersinking, counter-boring, spot facing, tapping operation. So first is drilling operation. In drilling, we produce a cylindrical hole inside workpiece. Here material is removed by rotating edge of cutting tool and the rotating edge is called as drill. In drilling operation, internal surface of hole is usually rough and hole is always bigger than drill size. Next is boring operation. Here we increase diameter of hole which was previously produced. Boring operation is done due to machining internal surface of hole which was produced by casting process. Boring operation is done due to correcting roundness of hole and finishing hole for making it of required size. The boring tool has only one cutting edge. Boring tool is placed in boring bar which was tapered shank. The speed of spindle in boring is less than reaming operation. The spot facing operation is used for producing flat seat for bolt head, washer or nut at opening of drill hole. It is used to give high surface finish at top of hole. Next is tapping operation. Here tap is used for making internal threads which can be fit into external thread of identical size. That means here tap work as a cutting tool. Tapping operation can be performed by hand or you can also use external power for doing this. In counter boring operation, the end of hole is enlarged cylindrically. Here counter bore work as a tool. Counter bore consists of cutting edges. These cutting edges may be straight or spiral. The cutting speed in counter boring process is usually slow. This cutting speed is 25% smaller than that of speed in drilling. Next is reaming operation. Here before reaming, the size of hole after drilling process may not be perfect. Most of time, its internal surface may not be finished properly. Reaming is done to obtain desired size of hole. Also internal surface of hole gets approximately finished with this process. Here reamer is used for reaming. Here reamer is a multi-point cutting tool. The countersinking operation is used to make cone shape enlargement at end of hole. Here included angle of conical surface may be 60 degree to 90 degree. Here countersink tool has multiple cutting edges on its conical surface.
So, the next reporter will be Jillian Munion.
So let's proceed to the parts of drilling machine. Number 1, head. 2, spindle. 3, drill chuck. 4, table. 5, base. And number 6 is column. So na-address lang na butang. So makita naman picture. Ang head, ang spindle, ang drill chuck, table, base, and column. So head. It is mounted on the highest point of the segment and houses the driving and encouraging component for the axle. Spindle. This is taper shaft in circular shape which help to hold the drill chuck. It's made up of high carbon chromium steel, stainless steel, and steel alloys. They transfer the rotary motion from drill head to drill jigs. It can be moved up and down with the help of rack and pinion mechanism. Number 3. Drill chuck. It is generally self-centering, which is made of special alloy steel. It's present on the lower end of the spindle. Number 4. Table. It's present on the column with T slots for clamping to work directly on its face. They may be round or rectangular in shape. Number 5. Base. It is the part of a machine on which vertical column is present. It supports the column and workable with other attachments. It's made up of casting. Number 6. Column. It is a vertical member of the machine that supports the table and the head containing all the driving mechanism. It may be made of back sections or of round section. Applications of drilling machine. It is used in field of industries purpose like manufacturing, metalworking, and etc. It's also used for producing holes like drilling and boring. They also use in underground mining purpose. Used for the purpose of undercutting. So here are the advantage of drilling machine. It requires less labor. It gives high precision and accuracy. No skilled operators are required, and it consumes less floor area. So the disadvantage of drilling machine. It produces lots of torque at low speeds. It is not suitable for small production methods. So mo yung disadvantage. What is reaming? Reaming, the process of enlarging the hole is called reaming. There are many different types of reamer, and they may be designed for use as hand tool or in a machine tool, such as milling machine or drill press. Muna siya. Reamer. A reamer is a rotating cutting tool generally of cylindrical shape which is used to enlarge and finish hole to accurate dimension to previously formed hole. So here are the types of reamers. Number 1, hand reamer. 2, machine reamer. 3, chucking reamer. 4, floating reamer. 5, expanding reamer. 6, adjustable reamer. 7, tapered reamer. Number 8, shell reamer. So hand reamer. These reamer are operated by hand with a top reach fated on the sequence of the reamer. The work is held in a vise. The floats may be straight or helical. Shank is straight with the square tank for the reach. Number 2, machine reamer. These are similar to hand reamer except that the shank is tapered. Number 3, chucking reamer. These are machine reamers with shorter floats. This may be either of the type known as rose reamer or flatted reamers. These are using for heavy roughing cuts. So number 4 is floating reamer. The holder are not rigid but are floating. This permits the reamer to flow the previously made hole naturally and without restraint, resulting in better hole. Number 5, expanding reamer. These reamers allow slight increase in their size to allow for wear to remove an extra amount of material. For this, the body of the reamer is bored tapered and is slated. A taper plugs run through the hole and is operated by a screw so that it acts as the expander. Number 6, adjustable reamer. So adjustable reamer, in this reamer, separate blades are inserted in the grooves provided in the body of the reamer. The blades can be moved up and down of the reamer. So number 7 is the tapered reamer. So ang tapered reamer, this reamer are used to finish the taper holes for cutting the taper things used to secure the colors, pulleys etched to the shaft. So the last one is shell reamer. Solid reamer up to about 20 mm diameter are usually made of HSS. To reduce the cost of larger reamer, the cutting portion is made as separate shell which are mounted on the standard shank made of lower cost steel. These reamer are, however, do not very rigid and accurate. Inserted tooth of plates in shell is further reduced. The coast of reamer can tip with cemented carbides. So here are the types of reamer. Yung mga picture mo siya, hand reamer, machine reamer, chucking reamer, floating reamer, expanding reamer, adjustable reamer, o kaning nasa lalom kay tapered reamer o shell reamer.
Before we proceed, I will insert a very short video about types of reamers.
Reaming. Reaming is widening a hole with a special tool. A reamer is a type of rotary cutting tool used in metal working. Reamers are designed to enlarge the size of a previously formed hole by a small amount but with a high degree of accuracy to leave smooth sides. Types of reamer. 1. Straight reamer. A straight reamer is used to make only a minor enlargement to a hole. The entry end of the reamer will have a slight taper, the length of which will depend on its type. 2. Hand reamer. A hand reamer has a longer taper or lead-in at the front than a machine reamer. This is to compensate for the difficulty of starting a hole by hand power alone. It also allows the reamer to start straight and reduce the risk of breakage. The flutes may be straight or spiral. 3. Machine reamer. Machine reamer only has a very slight lead-in. Because the reamer and workpiece are pre-aligned by the machine, there is no risk of it wandering off course. 4. Shell reamer. Shell reamers are designed for reaming, bearing and other similar items. They are fluted almost a whole length. 5. Taper reamer. A precision tapered reamer is used to make a tapered hole to later receive a tapered pin.
So here are the purpose of reaming. Reaming is applied after drilling in order to make boreholes through size. Example given is 4-plane pin connection in range from 100 to 1000 millimeters. Fine finish the inside surface of boreholes. Aligned offset bores with riveted joints. Make conical boreholes for machine taper or taper pin joints. So here are the similarity between drilling and reaming. So both drilling and reaming processes are associated with hole fabrication. Both the processes are considered as conventional machining or metal cutting operations. So here a cutting tools compress a thin layer of workpiece material to remove it in the form of chips. Similarity mo to ganiya. So here are the difference pod sa between drilling and reaming. In drilling is performed to originate a hole on a solid surface. In reaming is performed to finish internal surface of an existing hole. Drilling is the first step of hole making. After drilling, either boring or reaming can be carried out depending on the requirement. Reaming can be carried out only if hole exists. So reaming is performed only after drilling. Cutting tools used in drilling operation is called drill. Cutting tools in reaming operation is called reamer. Metal cutting drill usually consists of 2 cutting edges. So drill is considered as a double point cutting tool. Reamer contain large number of cutting edge, minimum 4. So reamer is a multi-point cutting tool. Drilling surface of a drilled hole is not highly finished. High surface roughness. Reaming is performed to highly finish, reducing the roughness the internal surface of the hole. So that would be all for our report. Thank you for watching.